Hi everyone, I'm Sam from Electric Bikes Brisbane, and I have an unusual bike behind me to walk through because we don't get very many belt drive, rail trail oriented bikes. And this one is the Kalkhoff Entice 5.B. Very, very similar to the 5.B Move Wave, but this has got a belt drive and enviolo gearing. So if we reflect back on what Entice means in Kalkhoff range, it's a multi-purpose bike. This one with its large battery is a longer distance touring bike. You can ride it quite comfortably on rail trails, even more rougher terrain than the rail trail. Day after day, you can also ride it just as comfortably in the city. But what is important to keep in mind that this is very low maintenance and it's very, very easy to use. When you have a look at the bike itself, it's a beautiful deep step-through frame. This is the Dark Springs gloss colour. It also comes in a moonstone grey. Overall, just a really comfortable, fun, quite athletic bike if you want it to be as well. Very adjustable, but really it's got that heavy duty, low maintenance aspect to it. So this runs on 29er wheels, and these are heavy duty rims with Maxxis tyres. Big 2.25 inch wide tyres, so plenty of rubber, plenty of air, nice and comfortable to ride. You can see this tread, it's bigger knobbles on the outside and smoother in the middle, so it's going to be nice and comfortable on tarmac, but still give you that grip that you need when you're hitting rougher dirt. You've got Suntour air forks. It's a good high-grade fork, 100mm of travel, so plenty of travel. But you've also got the ability to tune this fork. Lots of rebound in there, and you can really customise that to the comfort level that you want. But having the suspension at the front is really going to stabilise that front end for you if you are doing the rougher riding, or if you hit a big pothole. Looking at the brakes, you've got Tektro Gemini brakes, and these are an e-bike specific brake. Very strong brake. 4 pistons as well, expecting you to be loaded up with quite an amount of weight on that bike, so you've still got plenty of pulling power if you are going fast or if you do need to stop quickly. And just a nice modular brake as well. Hydraulic brakes are a great safe brake to use, particularly if you end up in wet weather. So coming up the bike here, you'll see you've got your front light that's integrated into your battery. There's also a rear light. You've got adjustable stem here, so you can set this up to be very tall or flatten it out to be quite sporty. It's good to have that adjustability because you'll work out where you prefer to sit in terms of where you like your saddle and also your saddle height. So you've got quite a bit of room there to sort of set this bike up for your own comfort, your personalised comfort. But not super sporty handlebars. There's a slight curve in these handlebars, so they'll bring your elbows back and sit you up a little bit taller. But still plenty of weight on that front end to keep it agile and stable when you're doing rougher, things like creek crossings, loose descents, that sort of stuff. If we're having a look in this cockpit here, this runs on the Bosch system, and you have the Bosch LED remote matched with a Kiox 300 display. With the Kiox 300, you can also pair this with the Bosch smartphone group if you want to replace the Kiox 300 with your phone and run your bike off your app. The smartphone grip also charges your phone while you're riding if you remove your case. In the cockpit here too, you'll see you've got your controls for your gearing. So you've got your enviolo gearing. It's just super easy to use. It's a continuous variable transmission, which means you don't have a set gear. Your gearing choices, you want it to be a little bit harder, you want it to be a little bit easier. You just twist that dial depending on what you want. What we love about it, it's got the little man on his bike, and it tells you what you're geared for. The big benefit, particularly if you're loaded up or if you're a beginner, is you don't have to be super technical with your gearing, particularly if you're coming to stops and stopping on hills, because you can change your gears somewhat while you're stationary. So if you have stopped and you haven't changed your gears down to make it easy for you to get started again, you can do that while you're stationary. Looking down through the bike here, it's powered by the very strong Bosch CX motor. This is the strongest of the Bosch motors, and this is a Gen 4 motor. 85 Newton meters of torque, heaps and heaps of power there for climbing. And you've got all the benefits of the different power modes that come with the CX motor. Lots and lots of variability in each of your different modes, but of course you can program that to what you want it to be too through the smart system. This battery here is a 625 watt hour battery. It is removable, and you can also charge it on the bike, so you don't have to remove it if you don't want to charge it. And you can see down through this deep V the amount of reinforcing that's in this frame here. So it's expecting this bike to be doing a lot of work. It's a really sturdy frame, but this also gives it a stiffness in the frame, which makes it agile and, you know, quite fun to ride if you really want to put it through its paces as well. You won't get any flex in that frame at all. Thinking about comfort, and also being one of the higher end models in the Kalkhoff Entice range, it's got this really nice Cell Royale Vivo saddle. It's a nice wide comfortable saddle, and it sits on a suspension seat post. So when you do hit those bumps, it's going to be, you know, you're not going to get that jarring up through your spine, because your seat post is taking a lot of that. And also with this bike, if you have a look, we're down at the sort of the carrying end of the bike now. You have an Ebikes wheel lock for extra security. You have the additional chain lock, which you can plug into that. And of course, with the Bosch smart system, you have the Bosch Connect module, which is a chip, which it's an extra that you can get added onto your bike, but it's a chip that you can insert into your motor. Gives you a 100 decibel alarm and tracking while your bike's on the move without your permission. Even if you don't want to go down that track with the Bosch Connect module, you've got digital locking through your smart system. So overall, quite a bit of security that comes with the bike just on its own before you start adding extra stuff to it. If we have a look at this rear rack, it's a MIC HD rack, which means it's rated up to 27 kilos. This is suitable for carrying all sorts of different accessories on it, and as a touring bike, you can really load it up. If you have a look at it, the welding is superb, and they've used really thick steel for it too. You've got your rails here, which you can hang panniers if you want to. You've got your MIK system on the top for your various accessories, like your crates, your baskets, your top bags, whatever your preference is. Also suitable for child seats too, and you can get MIK compatible child seats, which just clip in and clip out. To keep everything nice and stable when you're stationary, it's got a good strong side kickstand which mounts into the wheel here. Handy positioning as well, because you won't get your pedals caught in your kickstand if you're moving your bike around, particularly backwards. And nice strong mud guards. You've got metal mud guards here, nice and wide, plenty of clearance too if you are riding through mud. But also they've got a good strong lip on those mud guards, so you're going to keep very clean, and your gear's going to stay nice and clean too. It also has a chain guard, which is kind of funny because it's a belt. But that just stops anything getting caught in your belt, so it's a nice handy additional accessory. So overall, it's a beautiful bike. It's one of those bikes, if you really want to, particularly for touring, it's great, but also for riding around town. If you want to take a lot of the maintenance that comes with having a bicycle out of the equation, a belt drive bike with the enviolo gearing it's a great way to go. Enviolo gearing gives you a good range of gears as well, so you're still going to be able to tackle that steeper terrain if you need to. The overall platform is strong climbing, comfortable, long distance. So it's one of those bikes that, you know, it's got a huge amount of potential in terms of what you want to do. If you're interested to try one, or you'd like some further information on this bike, please don't hesitate to get in touch. You can book a test ride directly through our website, you can text us through our website, or you can call us. Happy to help.